The following contest is your main event of the week, scheduled for a 1-fall, 1 submission or a knockout for the Animated Wrestling League Grand Championship.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Main Event Friday for the last time in Season 18. The season finale. The Grand Championship is on the line, and we are about to be joined by a creature who has had the most dominant rookie season since Wonder Kid. And if you remember who that is, you'll know what I'm talking about. The blade that cuts between life and death. With the full force of the pit behind him. Sonbo no Yaiba, Gisei, Gyokto, Gamba Hishidar. In tow. Debuted in the New Year's tournament. Back in January, he was defeated by Matt Classic Sr. And since then, he has not exactly been undefeated, but he's been a force of nature. He is sloppy in the ring. He is dangerous. His throwing powerbomb, his powerbomb toss, is going to break somebody's neck someday. Joining up with the pit, Gamba's brand new stable, no longer an independent force. You could call him very easily Gamba's general. And he has risen through the ranks over the last few weeks to become the #1 rank in the AWL Best 4 and a legitimate threat to the world's most Canadian champion. And here he comes, Kid Canada, the man who writes his own story, the true north, strong and free, cheering him on, the AWL Grand Champion. 6 times he has stepped into that 20 by 20 foot ring to defend the Grand Championship. He has been victorious each and every time, obviously, but now he faces, both metaphorically and physically, his biggest challenge. One of the last masters of the dungeon. One of the last graduates of the famous Stu Hart Wrestling School. A proud and noble champion he has been. Though this is a match he did not want. Now, of course, he has to deal not just with Sonbo no Yaiba, but the rest of the pit as well. We now take you to ringside for the official introductions.
Introducing your winner, accompanied by Gisei and Gamba Hishidar, Sonbo no Yaiba.
Well, that's bullshit. And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion tonight. Making his 7th title defense, fighting out of Calgary, Dramatic Paws, Alberta, Canada, Kid Canada! Now, this is an officially sanctioned Grand Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Babaganoush in charge.
And that is the prize, ladies and gentlemen, the most prestigious championship in all of animated wrestling. And the disembodied voice of the pit predicting victory for Sonbo no Yaiba. Oh, and after a tachiai like that, it's hard to disagree with the possibility. On paper, this is an unusual match. Kid Canada, with a great deal more experience, he's been in the AWL since Season 2. This is now Season 18. But all of the stats, height, weight, power, all going to Sonbo no Yaiba. And despite the vast difference in experience, Sonbo no Yaiba actually has a better win-loss ratio That's number of wins minus number of losses. Then the champion. Crucifix dropping Sonbo no Yaiba on the back of his head. And that's what you've got to do. Get Sonbo no Yaiba off of his feet. Negate the height advantage. So with that much strength, it's going to be difficult. But Sonbo no Yaiba... Oh, wait a minute! German! Beautifully executed! Perfect example of leverage. That is combat physics, ladies and gentlemen. And now stretching him like Stu would do. Couple of hard right hands to the, what looked to be to the ribs. And another just bowling him over. Just running into him like a freight train. Cross body block swatted away. Sonbo no Yaiba with all the tools to be the grand champion tonight. Lariato does absolutely nothing, but a mere thump of the chest knocks Kid Canada down to his back. One shot to a knee. Sonbo no Yaiba outpowering, outmuscling, dare I even say out-wrestling. The grand champion right now, little wrestle mats in the corner. The Simuverse robots enjoying themselves here. We hope to be back to full crowds by next season, so I can stop making jokes about the robots. Right hand by Sonbo no Yaiba! All three other members of the pit. Of course, the pit now down one monster with the elimination of Zetsubo from the Animated Wrestling League. But this trio and manager in Gisei, extremely dangerous. One and only one. Kick out with authority into the sit-up position. 27 minutes. Oh, drop kick, and he finally gets him off his feet. A blow that finally works, but Kid Canada having to put every ounce of his body weight into that. Well, every gram of his body weight, I should say. Must be accurate here. He doesn't understand the concept of imperial measurements, does Kid Canada, nor should he. And going down to a side headlock, and I believe that's the first time I've ever seen Sonbo no Yaiba grab a wrestling hold. I'm not sure Gamba Hishidak's particularly happy about that, but Gisei seems to be cheering him on, saying pop his head like a zit. Knee to the stomach, and oh, crossbody block connects this time. Referee checking, going into the hook of the leg for the one. That moment of hesitation between the crossbody block and the hook of the leg could have been the difference between the final and fatal 3 count being registered. Up, down! Modified Uranagi. Sonbo no Yaiba can taste the grand championship, stalking his prey. Kid Canada exhausted, and it's been less than 4 minutes on a 30-minute timer. Both of these wrestlers have been going full bore since the start, and now the lariat effective. Sonbo no Yaiba, oh, drop kick again! Kid Canada may be trying to break the will of Sonbo no Yaiba, but I'm not entirely sure he has a human will left, as the top turnbuckle pad removed in the top right-hand corner of your YouTube window. Blow for blow, side Canadian leg sweep. As of recording, we're just a few days shy of a impactful and reflective Canada Day. Chokes! Oh God! Right off the top rope. Right off the top rope. Jesus Christ. And no, now the powerbomb toss. Across the Sansu River. Ow!
Open takeoff. Open takeoff. 5 minutes.
Oh
5
God,
minutes
he
left.
came down so hard on those ropes. Those steel elevator cables. 1, 2, 3. What? Just barely summoning the will of the true North strong and free. Oh God, what is this? Good Christ, what is this? He's breaking his back and choking him out with his own arm. Sonbo no Yaiba showing something new to us here. That the Canadian Destroyer! Kid Canada comes back with the Destroyer. Can he do it? Into the cover, looking straight at Gamba. Kishi. Dark. No! I thought he had it. I thought he had it. He's going to have to go full bore. He's going to have to go for the Canadian Crunch. Can he hit it? Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! The Canadian Crunch to save the Animated Wrestling League from the forces of hell itself. 1, 2, oh, Canada! Let's take a look at that cross-body block. And just a slight hesitation. 1. Yeah, that probably would not have been a 3. But this is where I thought he was dead. A choke slam into the top rope. And this cross-arm choke backbreaker, whatever you're going to call that. But in the end, this was after the Canadian Destroyer, I believe. Looking straight at Gamba Dog, I thought that was it. Referee's hand was coming down, but he did it. In the end, he did it, and that's all that matters.
Here is your winner, and still Animated Wrestling League, the Grand Champion, Kid Canada!
If this is where it ends, it's been a fun ride. Thank you for everything. Korede Himarida.